All right. Hello, dear viewers. Welcome to the Four Directions. I'm your host, Mary Apollo. We are in this special episode for Women Month 2025. And today we are going to discuss a topic, a very important topic about personal brand and how to start your personal brand as a young woman who is a leader. I have a guest, a special young advocate. She is from Nigeria. She's the founder of Source of Source Give the Hope, and she's going to take us about on her journey, how she started, and how she reached to this level. Welcome, Precious Sinjoma Nagwe.
Oh, hi, Mary.
How are
Thank
you?
you so much. I'm fine. Thank
How
you.
should I
How are you?
pronounce it the right way?
Oh, well, just a little bit, just a little. You were quite close, but not very close. It's
Okay.
Precious Idomangwigwe.
Mugwe.
Yes, it's Wigwe, yes.
Okay. You tell us
Right.
what is the meaning of your name.
Oh, Ijoma means safe journey. So it's used as a greeting when someone is traveling in the Igbo tribe of Nigeria. Okay, is I'm from the Igbo tribe, out of the three major ethnic groups in
Mhm.
Nigeria. There's Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba. So I'm Igbo. So in Igbo, when someone is traveling, you tell them Ijoma. So it's like safe journey, or when you it's like it's just a good wish. So according to my dad, he said I came that my journey was a good journey. So that's why he named me Ijoma. So like I came on a good journey in life. So that's what that one means. Then Wigwe means child of a king.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Right.
So,
You're right.
do
Thank
you
you.
think that this name has shaped your personality?
Oh well, yes, actually, yes. Somehow my name has been, shaped my life. My sister always has a way of telling me your name is always following you, right? Your name is always following you. So it has actually shaped my life to know that I did not just come like every other person. I came on a purpose. I came on a good journey. So I am living out my life with that in mind. I am living out my life with that in mind. So I'm not just living recklessly or anything, because I know that okay, I am here for a purpose, and that purpose is just what I am focused on looking at. And then every other thing I'm doing, I'm trying to align it to the purpose which I came. So I came to the world. So yes, actually.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes,
So,
thank you.
wanted to know what was your early inspirations in life that shaping your personality where you are today?
Right. Oh, okay. So, it started out. I am from where I'm from. I'm from a minority. My community, my local community, is a very minority group. Yes, it is a minority group. We are undereducated, underrepresented. Everything, we are just under lesser development, and then everything. So, but I was opportune to grow up in the city, not in the village. So I was opportune to grow up in the city. So I got good education. I went to private school. I had good good education. I went to a private school. So these things actually opened my eyes to see that the life that we have in my local community is not the standard life. Right. So when I go home, when I was a child, when I go home, I see girls of my age who do not have as much opportunity as I had to, go to school. And so I see them, they are most of them have been married off at a young age, because their parents are trying to get money. They're trying to reduce the cost of training them. So they
Mm.
just marry them off to older men as second wives, and then some of them, they get pregnant just by, underage. Maybe they are, some of them, they were like 16, they were 15, and they were already mothers, and it's not like they have the necessary care, health care available to them to, do the antenatal, postnatal thing. So everything, it was just like there is a circle, so they just go round and round and go back to where their mothers also are. So there was no route for advancement at all. Like there was nothing. So they just go around that same very dark circles. They get pregnant and they stay back there in the village and have their children, and just go back. So these things actually, raised the the passion in me. Back then, I would bring some of my clothes when I'm traveling. I'll bring my old clothes and give to some of them that I can give. I cannot give to everyone, but I just give them,
Mm.
and then I try to talk to. I try to. I do not segregate. I try to play with them. I try to also teach them a sort of English because they don't really like understand. So I teach them, but usually my stay in the village is just always, a week or 2 weeks though, so then I go back. So growing up, I really had them in mind. I had these people that I am, connected to in mind. And then I also saw that this was even a global challenge, because before I thought it was particular to my community. But then again, I realized growing up and then getting exposed, going to the university, and then everything, I came to realize that it is actually a global issue. People, young girls in so many other countries, both African and non-African countries, they get exposed to early marriages, early pregnancy, diseases, out of school. No, just this was the main thing that actually inspired me, to start working towards the development of women, of the girl child, which at the long run, transfers to a woman. So I am so particular about girls, because I know that we do not have as much opportunity as we do. Because back then also, in my place, even if they come to take people to go to the city, maybe to help out in families who are, they take the men. They are taking out the boys, but not the girls. The girls, most of them, they just never end up leaving that community at all. So this was the very main thing that spurred my interest. This was the very main thing that actually inspired me to work to work towards women
All right. This is the four direction. So then you went to your local community church and you get motivation and you start working with young women. How was that experience? And what will you tell young girls who want to learn at a younger age about issues that matter to their personal life and the community of girls?
oh, okay. So thank you so much again. So I I had a lot of experiences, although not somehow in the real world. In my church, in my local church, there is a group, there is an organization they call Christian Girls in Training. It's just girls. So as soon as a girl is born, a young girl child is born, at the age of 0 months, you are being registered into that organization. So that organization is responsible for you, but particularly, I actually noticed that it was a little bit flawed because they just teach us how to be wives. They taught us how to be good girls to attract the right men,
Hmm.
not to really, you know, be great in life, be maybe be doctors, be lawyers, be, they were not really inspiring us in the area of our careers. They were just training us to be godly girls, to and then end up as godly wives, right? So I mean, I grew up there. It shaped my life. I mean, I would not like it's really helps me because we have rules. You cannot wear some type of clothes, you cannot do some makeup, you cannot wear some type of hair, you cannot speak in in a certain manner. Okay, it is a wholesome grooming. But then I found this a little flawed because I, for one, as a young girl, I did not just come to this world to be a wife only. That is not why I am. That is not the only reason. I can be every other thing. I can be a doctor. I can be an engineer. I can be anything. I can be a leader, a president. I can be anything. So, but they weren't really, teaching us in that manner. We had people who come to teach us how to manage homes, how to cook, how to clean, how to serve a man food. It was the curriculum is so detailed. They
Wow.
even teach how to serve a man food. The one the food, if you're serving soup and fufu, that's in a typical Nigerian society, the one that stays at the right, the one that stays at the left, and even the mannerism, the behavior, how you have to carry yourself when you get there, you kneel down, you serve him food. All these things, they were actually good. But what about me as a young girl? What about what I want to do? What about my dreams? What happens to them? What happens to my dreams? What happens to the people? How did the people I look up to actually get to these places they are? So this was the flaw I found in that organization, today. And we actually, when I became of age, we started talking about integrating these things in our discussions, meetings. Okay, and then somehow they started doing career talks, but they weren't really immersed. You will see that they were just doing it for doing sake. It wasn't really what they want to do. The whole core is just how to be a good woman. So now, to every young girl who is out there, I did not come from a rich home. I did not come from a big community. I did not come from a popular community. I came from a very minor group of people, right? So this is to say that where you are from or where you are is not a limitation. That does not mean that you cannot do great. You cannot break the barriers. That does not mean that these barriers you are born with them, or that is what you are called to be, or that is the life you have been called to know. As far as you can dream it, as far as you can aim, you can open up your heart, your mind to dream about the things you want to be, the things you want to do. There is nothing that is off limits. I make both to say to every young girl, there is nothing that is off limits for you. There is nothing. If you want to be the president of the greatest country, that's the US, Kamala, she just contested, right? And she's a woman. And if you look at her story, she was
Africa.
not. Right. So she was not, she was not from the very elitic home. Right. So you can actually, as a young girl, do not limit your mind. Don't think that, oh, there are people that are called to greatness. Everyone is called to greatness. Every girl, every young girl out there, you are called to greatness. You just have to open up your heart, open up your mind, and see beyond your environment. Do not let your background to keep your ground or on the ground, to keep your back on the ground. Do not let your background keep you back where you are. Just dare to dream. If you dream, then you start aligning yourself with the right people. Because I, for one, the thing that has helped me thrive the most is aligning myself with people that are that has achieved the things I want to do, or that are at least in line to the places I am going to. So you don't just fold your hand and say, "Oh, that is my fate. Who that is my fate." No, that is not your fate. If I can, if I can dream big, if I can dream to be on the decision making body of the United Nations, then every other young girl can dream to be anything at all you ever want to. So even though your immediate environment is not looking like it, because mine was not looking like it, and I am sure it is the same for every great woman up there, out there. Even though your environment at the moment is not looking like the place you are going to, that does not matter. That should not deter you from dreaming big, from aiming high. It does not just end in dreaming. When you dream, you start getting to actions. You can start from your local communities. Yes, you can start from from your family. You can start organizing. You can start, you can start leading from your family. You can start trying to, put things together from your family. You can start among your friends. You can try to, let them know the stuff that you are made of. And then from there, you can come out to your local community. You can volunteer, get into action as much as you can. Let people see that this is be very vocal about what you want and what you want to do. So yes, so
I
I'll
have
just
I have a question. A lot of
okay.
young girls will be wondering where they will start from and where they should start from. How did you learn about these things? And what was your inspiration also?
um Sorry, can you take that again? How did I learn about what?
How did you learn this process? Because a lot of young girls now are wondering, they want to start, but they don't know
Where
from
to
where to start. And it takes them always so long to figure
start?
out how they can get uh, how they can find their passion, how they can be in leadership positions.
Okay, so well, this is a little bit dicey. This part is a little bit dicey. It is not a one-way route, because it was not really a one-way route for me, and I'm sure it is so for everyone. Most times, if you ask me, most times, um, if you ask me, I would say is it starts from within. That is the one thing I know. It starts from within at first, because they said charity begins at home, and they say you cannot give what you don't have.
Mhm.
So that is to say that everything that has to happen, every growth, every development, every impact you have to make starts from within you. So first, when you have that inward conviction, when you have that nudging, something is nudging you, okay, I can do this, or I should do this, or there's this thing, you are seeing something. One of my mentors said that a problem you are wired to see, no, that a problem you notice is the problem you are wired to solve. So if you keep noticing a particular thing that you feel like, oh, it's not okay, something has to be done, someone should do something, you are the someone, you are wired to solve that problem, and that is why you keep noticing it. So first, listen to your inward man. If you have this nudging in your heart And that's why I said this is not a one-way traffic. Okay, it takes a personal conviction that I want to do this, this thing should be done, this is not right. So from that moment, the moment you have this personal conviction, that is when your breakthrough has started. Right now, you start aligning yourself, and that is why I said, even if it is in your school, because let's say for instance in secondary schools, they have clubs, they have book clubs, they have they have debate clubs in secondary schools, right? So now this is your stage at the moment as a young girl. So you start, you look for an organization, even if it is in your church, just like I did. Even if it is in your church, you look for, one of these places that aligns with any of your goals, and you start putting yourself and start, giving little by little. And the more you give, the more you learn, the more you also get exposed, the more you get more ideas. So as a young girl, please don't sit around waiting for when to start or how to start. The best time, the only way to get it done, to get whatever done, is to start. So I know starting this might be a little, shady, because some persons do not have access to these
Mhm.
organizations. but
So,
now but now we have um phones. But then
oh,
again, it's still dicey, because some persons do not still have access to phones,
oh,
right? But I'm saying that it cannot be that bad. If you look around you in your local community, in that place where you are, if you look around you, you can see at least a step forward. You can see a means that you can at least make a step forward,
mhm.
because you actually have to move for you to, before you can be reached out to.
So you found that you are the founder of Source that gives foundation outreach. What is your motivation and what is the strategy that you have within the foundation to work with young women and girls?
Oh, okay. So source that gives foundation outreach is one of our baby organization. Is quite new. I and some other passionate young women, right? So our main motivation is these things: putting young girls in the system,
Mm-hmm.
in a structure. We want to put, because the, there are young girls who do not have access to
Health.
period care.
Uh-huh.
Period, something as I, for one, I have experienced what it is not to have access to period care. Okay, as a young girl, at I think at 14 or thereabouts, I was free bleeding, but because there was no pad, there were no napkins. So for the whole 5 days, I was free bleeding just on my clothes. I wear like three underwears, I wear four, I wear five. So I, for one, I know what it means. And we actually found out that there are girls who do not have access to this type of care, period care. In fact, if possible, we are also advocating for the issue of free pads. Pads are so expensive. There should be maybe something like a pad bank, where people just go to donate pads, and then at the end of the month, people who cannot afford, they can go there and take as much pads as they want to. Okay,
Mm.
so also, apart from healthcare, education is
Yes.
also one of the things. Not just any education. I always say quality education,
Mhm.
not just any type of education. Quality one, quality education, that even if you did not, even if a young girl goes to maybe secondary school and stops there, she would be able to have enough information. She would have been educated enough to be able to approach life issues, to solve real life issues. Okay. So um
And
we
gender.
are, yes, we are working in the in the areas of health, in the areas of quality education, and even to the advanced women, gender disparity in the workplace,
Mhm.
breaking gender disparities in workplaces, because we know that, oh, women most times do not get the position they deserve because they are women. I for one, I once had a team lead in my workplace. My team lead, former team lead, he used to be a man, and the department was just girls, right? If we get on a meeting, he is talking to us in derogatory ways, in with language that he's not even supposed to talk to us with. Until I stood up to him, I filed a report against him, because why are you speaking to us in that manner? Why? Because we are girls. You are actually not, he's not actually more educated than I am. I am more educated than you are. I am more exposed. It's just that you are a man, so why are you talking down on me?
Mhm.
So these issues are actually the issues that we are looking out to advocate for: gender disparities in workplaces, education as it pertains to women,
And
right?
then,
And then healthcare
okay.
also.
So
Yes.
if a young woman want to start an NGO or a nonprofit, what skills do I need to learn? What skills can she learn, and where are the resources available?
Oh well, I think at this point I can only speak for myself.
Mhm.
I think at this point I can actually speak
Yeah,
for,
because you want to learn
yes,
how to find it out, how you
yes.
figure.
So yes, so like I said earlier, the the internet right now is a big place. So first of all, as a young girl who wants to start an NGO, the first skill you should have is passion. I don't know, like passion in capital letters, because if you do not have this one skill, passion and patience are okay, passion and patience together. Because if you do not have this thing, you will give up. You will just, oh, this thing is not working. So you just go back and just join the rest and start living your life. These things, they demand work, they need, they require work, they require efforts, brainstorming, a lot of things. So if you don't have the passion to withstand, it is only your passion that would make you keep working even when you are tired,
Mm-hmm.
even when you don't feel like it. Oh, this thing is not working. It is only when you are passionate about it, right? So first thing you should have, make sure you have as a young girl, is passion and patience. Now, after that, you can also look up to other people. I cannot say for one, but then again, diligence and transparency, because a non-profit is like, people, everyone is looking at you, they want to see what you are actually doing. So you have to be accountable and transparent enough, right? Then also, for me, I have a foundational writing skills. I am a writer by profession, so it was actually easy for me, because I was able to, just articulate my vision, my goals, my everything. So it was quite easy for me. But if it is someone who is not, so you learn how to make research,
Mm-hmm.
because you also have to see the structures, because sometimes they are structures. So you learn to, surf the internet, check out, look out for what should be in place. And also, like I said, I'm coming back to passion again. Passion could drive every other thing. And also, one thing I have to say is, one person can have the dream or can have the passion, while the other persons. Maybe he she can create a team.
Mhm.
Okay, let's say for instance, I'm the one with the vision, but I don't know how to write, or and I don't know how to, yeah, I don't know how to research, I don't know how to do this. So I can build a team of other young girls who have interest in these things, but they have these skills, right? So you can also start by building a team, just small group. It could be your friend. You don't have to carry the whole burden, but if you can, you grow the passion, then you look into um how to structure your word, because writing is actually very, very important, because you are not out there to tell people, you are not out there to use a megaphone to announce to everyone. It is only what you have written that people are going to read. So ability um to portray your mind, to write what you actually have in mind in a way that it is very much acceptable. So these are the few things I can say for myself right now. Yes.
So I noticed that you have studied literature, English and literature studies, and you have a master also in English. What motivates you to study literature, or can say general?
Oh, okay. So it's just this same thing. All the while I was young, growing up, I just had passion for writing and speaking. So I knew I could write when I was a child. In primary school, my book, they are teaching me in class. I'm writing quotes. I'm just, writing quotes off the top of my head. I'm writing stories and then all of that. So when I was of age to go into the university, so my uncles and a mentor of mine, so he said, okay, since you can do this, so we need you to do something that can sharpen this skill the more that you already have. So I'm really very passionate about, you know conveying people's mind, or my mind rather, in writing and in speaking. So I just wanted to study something that was in line with it. So that was why I went for English and literary studies. And when I was done for my first degree, I went back again for my second degree, and I'm still going back again for my PhD. So yeah.
I think by profession, your main job, you are doing social media marketing, manager, and
Yes.
content. You also write content. You're a writer. So
Yes.
why is it important as a leader, a young woman who is a leader, to build your social media and marketing? And what are the strategies that I can follow? Like, for example, if I don't have enough resources, I don't have money to hire people for my brand, how can I send an image, a professional image outside?
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Mary. Okay. I'm actually enjoying this discussion because it's just about me talking about my hobby, everything I do, and everything I like to do. Okay, so it's quite easy, and I would always reiterate this point. We are in the technological age, right? So whosoever that has access to the internet has the world in her hands. So now, as a young girl who is trying to grow your brand, so the way you can go about it is this. First, you have to actually go learn some skills, which also boils down to writing again. But now there are free courses online. There are free writing courses, content writing courses. You can, just to see how to structure your words, because we are trying to attract some audience. So you have to be able to say what will captivate this audience, something that will draw their attention to what you are saying. So, first is presentation. How are you presenting what you have presenting. Package, this is where branding comes in, brand packaging. So if you produce, let's say for instance, if you sell rice, if you have to present that rice online on social media for people to buy, you have to present it in a way that it is neat and acceptable, in a way that it is physically appealing, that if I look at it, I will just see, oh, okay, fine, my attention will be drawn. So first is in presentation, right? First is in presentation. The whatever your niche is, whatever your brand is, present what you are presenting in a way that it will capture people's mind. Also, another thing is consistency. If you make a post today and people do not like it, don't worry about it, make another one tomorrow. If they don't like it, there are no engagements, go ahead, make another one, keep making it. Now, how the internet works is that, how the social media space works is that, people are actually seeing you, but you would think because they are not liking, they are not commenting, they are not seeing, they are actually seeing you. So if you keep, being consistent, for, okay, let's say for instance, there are some businesses I have actually worked with. So we keep posting and posting, and when people want to work with us or patronize us, they say, hi, I've been seeing your posts, you see. So that is like a catch. That means it gives them this credibility, gives your business a credibility that, oh, you are consistent. Because it is only people who do fraud that are not, they come today and they go, they disappear and then they come back again. But if you're able to exercise patience and keep, be there, be on people's face, don't go away, don't worry, one day you will definitely. So this is like the very hard consistency is the thing. So keep doing what you're doing, keep posting, and try as much as you can to put your brand, your products, try to make it to look a way that it is
I have a
appealing.
question because
Okay.
we talk about your brand. Some of the nonverbal communication stuff is the dress code and outfit and how you look. How do you manage that? Do you have a way of choosing your dress code, your hairstyle, the whole image of you as a leader?
Yes. Yes, as a leader, yes, you have to be, as a leader, this is not a matter of don't mind what people say. You have to mind what people say as a leader. Yes. So your dresses should speak. There's something people tell me about. I get that a lot, which I also see in other people. There is something called charisma
Mm-hmm.
and courage. So this is what I try to teach every young girl. Your the charisma alone, your courage, the way you carried yourself, the way you appear alone, has given you either a space for someone to either respect you or disrespect you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are going for an official, let's say you're going for an official event, you don't wear jean trousers and wear, clothes. You don't dress anyhow. No. You if it, now there is Pinterest. I for one, I do not use Pinterest, but I'm just saying, in case, maybe if for people who do not have foresight to pick their own dresses, right, you can use Pinterest. You can check online to combine both colors.
Mm-hmm.
Color combination is also a thing,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
even though you wear a good piece of suit, but if you're not able to combine the colors very well, people will be looking at you. You would be thinking they're admiring you, but they're actually thinking if everything is okay with you, right? So if it means, this is why as a leader, learning never stops.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot stop learning. You learn everything, even how to eat in public. As a leader, you don't just go eating anyhow. right? Good. How to speak, how to greet, you know who to give handshake, you know who to give a side hug, or you learn every of these things. So, and like I keep saying, we have the world, the globe in our phones, in our hands. So make use of it as a young girl. Make use of your phone. Check Pinterest. Check everywhere you can check. Ask
So,
Google to help you put these things together to guide
so
you.
what are some of the skills that you wish you have learned earlier, or you have like resources that are more available on today's day?
Oh, okay. So I wish I learned cybersecurity is one
Oh,
of the skills. Yes, I wanted to learn cybersecurity. I was so passionate about it. I mean, not really. Yeah, I was so passionate about it, but not in a way. I don't know why, but I just liked it. I like to be in tech, proper, like proper tech, solving technological problems. That is one of the skills I really, really wanted to. But I was so busy. Things were coming in my way. If I start the class, I won't finish it. It just kept
mm,
coming and going. That was even like 3 years ago, before cyber security became very popular. Back then, it was just few persons that knew about it, and that was when I wanted to learn it. And also, one of the things that stopped me was that back then I didn't have a laptop, so there was no way to also learn it. So I was using my phone. It got to a place I got stuck because I need one skill I wish I wanted I would have learned, but now I'm just focusing on leadership and media management. Yes.
So we have all the skills that we wish to learn, and we just come for this partnership that we are doing together for this new mentorship program for young girls. What are your expectations in terms of
Yes, right.
the outcome that we will have from these trainings?
Oh, my expectation is that everyone, not one person, will not go without one, even if it is one single thing that they will get from this mentorship. One thing is that everyone's, life, both either in terms of education, health, finances, whichever way, but that there will be impact in everyone's life, everyone that would register for this mentorship. So my hopes are actually high for them, because I wish I can sometimes I jokingly used to say I wish they can address everybody together. Sometimes I just
Uh-huh.
wish I can just transform a person's mind, just like that, but it's not always like that. It takes processes. You have to,
Process.
go gradually, one step at a time. So I am very, very, I have very high hopes, and I hope and want and wish and pray that every young girl that would sign up for this mentorship will be impacted in a way that it will spur their interests, and they don't have to go back to where they were before. They would rise to action. That is it. Something that will spur them, an impact that will spur them to rise to action in their respective chosen careers and fields.
So, we have work and develop this huge curriculum and all this work we put together, reach out to people. Those are all the skills we learn about ourselves, and we use our
Right.
resources, our time. But there is also so many young girls there, they want to start, but they're always bringing this financial challenge that is holding them back from moving forward, from achieving their goals or dream. So what would you tell them?
Okay. So back at these finances again. Well, I always try to tell the truth. okay, in finances at every level. In fact, at every level, even international level, state level, regional level, finances has always been one of the very, very major issues for everyone, right? So, what I have to say is that this is where I always say asking for help. For instance, a young girl from my group reached out to me. She told me, oh, she's passionate about this, about opening an NGO, and she has this, she has that. She reached out to me, and then I told her, okay, now that I don't have so much time, but I have a little time, so you can send me, let me see some of the ideas you have, and I will help you brush it up, write your vision, your goals, put them in order, and then give back to you. So she did. She sent it to me. I went through. It took me a little time because I was busy, but I did it. I did it, sent it back to her, and then I told her, the things to do, how to go about it, and then all of that.
Okay.
So now this is me saying you can always ask for help.
Mm-hmm.
Look around you and see some of the skills you can get around you right now. Look around you. Money is a major issue, finances is a major issue, but that should not
Mm-hmm.
stop us entirely. Okay, I know there is a stage we can get to, and then finances will be the main thing we need, but at some levels you can always look around you and see some of the skills you can get around you, maybe through volunteering, people who are just willing to help. So um like I said, the issue of finances cannot be overstretched. So please, young girl, just keep going. Just look around you. I can ask your friend, and you can also do it yourself. You can learn. There is YouTube. If it is for people who have access to the internet, you can always go look it up and do some of these things for by yourself for now, until you can no longer do it. So yes, thank you.
So I wanted to know, you have a full-time job. We went up in the time, but we almost concluded. So you have a full-time job. You are managing your nonprofit. You're also volunteering. How do you manage your time? What are some kind of the activities that you do than your basic career?
Oh, okay. So yes, I do all of this. So sometimes in a day, and I mean, good enough. I'm a. I don't. One of the hacks, which is not
You're,
good. I don't get enough sleep.
oh,
I do not get. I do not get enough sleep. That's one thing. But then again, I plan.
yeah.
After, yes,
Still in this.
when I plan, I prioritize.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's why most times impromptu meetings do not work with me. Okay, so I plan. When I plan, I prioritize. Okay, this one comes before this one, and this one comes before this one. And time management is key. Time management takes discipline. It takes discipline to learn to be
Okay.
able to do time management, because most times you can say, okay, I'm doing this for just an hour, and then after an hour you are still there, you are not leaving. Why? Because maybe it's quite interesting or something. But you have to have the discipline
Mhm.
to be able to say my 1 hour is my 1 hour, my 2 hours is my 2 hours. So I plan a lot, like the weekend like this now, you know, I plan for my work. The work I do, my full-time job, I plan, and I also have a team that is very helpful for me to me. So I plan, I use some of these planning apps. I use Trello, I use
Oh,
Notion,
great.
and I plan. Jesus. Chineke.
So yeah, planning is one of the most important skills for every leader. Yes, the basic skills that you have to learn to be a successful leader as possible. Because a lot of people think that some leaders, some people spend so much time and work so hard in themselves, but it's not the matter of the issue, it's the matter of just planning, prioritizing, have a plan is seen for every time, and then you have also planned the task and the methodology that you wanted to use and how effective it will be, instead of jumping from task to another. Or for example, somebody asks you for help, you leave your main agenda and plan and you go to do something else that also distract your ability to and production and creativity at the same time. Like, you have to be focused as a leader. So I lost in Joma, but I was just trying to have the last question that I wanted to ask her, according to technical issue. So this is the series of March, Women Special Series that the Four Direction is doing, to empower and educate young women who are leaders, who are into leaderships, those young girls who are looking into mentorship programs and advancing their leadership skills to the next level. Our goal in the Four Direction, to help, to empower every young girls into leadership program, and we have so many programs that our organization now is working on. We have designed and a lot on in progress. We're going to share that in different episode. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching the Four Direction. This is Mary Apollo. I was joined today by Ijoma, Precious Ijoma Nyagwe. She is a great leader from Nigeria, the founder of that gives source that gives foundation outreach, and a social media manager. She gave us all this valuable information about how to start as a young leaders, how to find your passion, how to manage your brand, and also how to establish your career into leadership. Ijoma, I think we have the last question that we wanted to conclude, and then we'll let you go because I held you longer than.
Okay.
Yeah, as the young girls, you came from the rural area with your expectation. You have this great inspiration to inspire women and address these issues to policymaker. Have you fulfilled your dream yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
I haven't. I am still at it, and I am still at it, and I'm also looking to be part to get into these organizations, some of these major organizations that their policies can actually. So some of these, I don't know.
yeah, we can hear you well. It's just
Oh,
the
okay,
camera
okay, all right.
position, the camera position a little bit in the middle. Can capture
Okay,
this important information.
okay. Yes. So I have not achieved this. Okay, but then also, this is why I know I cannot just achieve this. So this is why I want to be on the major. My long term dreams is to be on the major seats of decision making, like for instance, let's say the decision making body of the United Nations, because a body like United Nations, they have the ability to regulate some of these policies, regulate things that affects women. So this is why I actually aim for to be part, or to get a seat on these places, so that um we can address these issues through policies now, instead of going one after the other from one city to the other. How much people can I reach by just going around? But if we I can be able to, affect the decision making bodies to affect the policies, right? So these policies are passed down and it becomes laws, it becomes binding binding laws of communities that through which they actually operate. So I think that's what I can say about
Wonderful. We are concluding the importance of working in your vision and your dream, and don't limit yourself as a young girl. Yeah, nothing is impossible. You have to draw the vision and find the way forward to work on it, and never stop learning, never stop strategizing. We lost her, but I have more like 5 minutes. We're going to conclude. I will see you in a different episode of Four Direction. Again, my name is Mary Apollo. I'm the host. Thank you so much for watching.